everyone, you may have noticed that this is the third video that I have recorded while driving. There's a reason for that, and I'll get to it in a second. Recently, when I look around me, I've been seeing a lot of depressing signs about the concept of growing old. 7 years ago, my grandpa passed away. It doesn't seem like that long ago. I took up a number of hobbies to get over him passing away, but now the hobbies just remind me that grandpa has passed away, so it was kind of awkward. And then a few weeks ago, I was talking to an ex-girlfriend. We're still very close, and she was describing about going through menopause. And it just reminds me, oh my god, everybody around me is growing old. Even the people who are younger than me, some of the, I do private tutoring, some of the clients that I've tutored, you know, and they're now graduating high school, or maybe going into high school, or just going through a different phase of their life, or even getting married in one case. And it just reminds me that people grow old. And I'm not necessarily worried about dying. What I'm more worried about is life becoming more boring as one gets old. That's my big fear of growing old. I'd rather die than become boring. So, for example, I used to like to use online dating apps. I don't really do that anymore, but when people are old, the discussion usually more or less centers around settling down, getting married, and being more permanent in life. For me, I've moved between 4 cities in recent years. I've been to Pittsburgh, New York, Rochester, and now Seattle. And even within Seattle, I've lived in multiple suburbs, and I prefer it that way. I tire of things easily, even relationships. I don't think I want to get married for that reason. Eventually I want to move out of the country even. I talked about that in the previous video, about some of the advantages and disadvantages of some of the other countries. And in general, your options just go down as you grow old. At least what I have seen. You know, right now I'm on my way to view an event in outer space. If I were 70 years old, it might be harder to drive there, or even if I were, going through a mid-age crisis or something like that, I might not be inclined to do that. So ever since I heard about my girlfriend going through menopause, I've been really trying to take care of my body. And this recording while driving, it's kind of it's not really helping me stay young or anything. It's more like proving myself that I'm still young. I can still multitask, because sometimes my multitasking is really disappointing. Earlier during the trip, I tried to grab a bottle of water from the back seat, and I couldn't, and I forced myself to because I didn't want to grow old. So anyways, old is just boring. I'd rather die young than to grow old, but I guess some of you guys might disagree. Thanks for watching.